What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hampton Blue channel. Today I will be reviewing Beyonce's Homecoming, which was released on Netflix today. Super epic and iconic, but before I get started, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be the first to view any of our upcoming videos. April of last year, Beyonce took to the stage of Coachella as the first black woman to ever headline the festival, which is both a wonderful thing as Beyonce is truly the queen in the music game right now, but it's also kind of disheartening that she would be the first in 2018. And as Beyonce said, ain't that about a bit? There are some wonderful black entertainers who have influenced American culture throughout the decades, and so much of black culture is borrowed without giving credit to the originators, that it does not make sense that we still have first black anything in the 21st century when it comes to entertainment. But if there had to be a first, I'm glad Beyonce was the one. She handled this historical moment with care and supreme black excellence. Homecoming really touched my soul as a fourth-generation HBCU graduate. I attended Hampton University. My paternal great-grandparents and grandparents attended Tuskegee University and Alabama A&M University. And my maternal grandparents attended South Carolina State University, and the tradition continued on to my parents who attended Prairie View University, Howard, and Hampton University. My aunts, uncles, and cousins also all attended HBCUs. So HBCU culture is in my blood. It helped raise generations in my family. So I just had to speak on this epic piece of art that Beyonce created. It was beyond wonderful seeing the images she imagined bringing HBCU life to the world. I recall after watching this performance last year, where I tweeted, "For those who have never attended an HBCU homecoming, Beyonce just gave you that experience. Magic." And as one of her dancers said, homecoming for HBCUs is like our Super Bowl. It is our Coachella. And Coachella became Beachella for real. And as some people said last year, I want to attend Beyonce University. I'm also happy that Beyonce not only released this epic concert for us to stream legally, but also that she shared with us the process of her creating this concert. I loved the images she chose in this film. When cutting to the behind the scenes, she chose a type of throwback film filter. Quite gritty, to me this type of film, unlike digital, is more soulful. Perhaps that is why she chose that filter. You can see that Beyonce put her heart and soul into this performance. She spent several months rehearsing after giving birth to twins. She acknowledged that her body is changing, her life and her perspective is changing, but she still gave this performance her all and brought greatness and expected greatness from her team. To reach her fullest potential, Beyonce mentioned that she gave up carbs, sugar, bread, and meats. As she mentioned, she respects things that take work, that are built from the ground up. And if you think about it, that is the HBCU history. HBCUs were built from the ground up. It took work to educate former slaves, from the founders of the universities, the educators, and from the students themselves. To come from a place of not being free and not being allowed to read to then working yourself to college level does not happen overnight. The founder of Tuskegee University, Booker T. Washington, attended my alma mater, Hampton University. He would walk miles to get there. He was determined to become his greater self. He, along with many other HBCU grads, represent the hard work that Beyonce respects. I love how she included quotes from various HBCU grads and educators throughout the film to showcase the history and excellence that is connected to HBCUs. So we have to continue that history, and as Beyonce stated in the film, continue to preserve and protect our HBCUs.
I think what you're trying to ask is why am I so insistent upon giving out to them that blackness, that black power, that black pushing them to identify with black culture. I think that's what you're asking. I have no choice over it. In the first place, to me, we are the most beautiful creatures in the whole world, black people. I mean that in every sense, outside and inside. And to me, we have a culture that is surpassed by no other civilization, but we don't know anything about it. So again, I think I've said this before in this same interview, I think at some time before, my job is to somehow make them curious enough or persuade them by hook or crook to get more aware of themselves and where they came from and what they are into and what is already there, and just to bring it out. This is what compels me to compel them. And I will do it by whatever means necessary.
Another beauty of attending an HBCU is that your individual greatness is never doubted due to the color of your skin. Beyonce also created that atmosphere for her team and dancers. She stated in the documentary that they were able to create a free and safe space where none of them were marginalized. When you view the film, there was definitely a type of freedom you saw on stage with Beyonce and all of her dancers. She even opened her concert with the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. They were free to express themselves. It did not matter whether the world got it or not. They got it, and that is the HBCU mindset. I love that Beyonce also showed the power of women in this documentary. As her song says, "Okay ladies, let's get in formation, prove to me you have coordination, slay trick, or get eliminated." Beyonce showed us that women can lead. We are often told to follow, and our ideas are often ignored. But I felt this documentary was not only a love letter to HBCUs, but also a love letter to women to remain in formation and shoot for your dreams. As she said, if a girl like her from the country can do it, so can you. And as her opening quote stated, if you surrender to the air, you can ride it. Thank you, Beyonce, for this love letter to HBCUs, a place where Black discovery, Black culture, Black love, and Black excellence all reside. Beyonce's Homecoming represented all of that, and it gets 10 out of 10 from me. Peace.
Hey, you can't go past there. You can't go. I like to tell the song. You have to go
Hey!